أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين صدق الله العظيم.
Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum. Today I'll be covering another very important book which covers fundamental principles in Islam. As whoever follows a path in the pursuit of knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make a path to Jannah for him very easy. This book is authored by our beloved Shaykhul Islam Dr. Muhammad Tahir Qadri, and it consists of 88 pages and 6 chapters, which covers a variety of Islamic knowledge, from selected Quranic surahs, selected Ahadith Nabwi, basic concepts of Islam, Masnoon du'as, which are essentially du'as that are recommended for us to read on a daily basis, basic Fiqhi Masaa'il, to Serving the Deen. So these are the 6 chapters which I'll be covering today, and inshallah we will all together develop our knowledge. I would also like to mention that this book was published in 2015 from our Minhaj-ul-Quran in New Jersey. So now carrying on to chapter 1, which covers a variety of mini topics such as defining the tajweed, the sound of harakat, huruf-e-madda, huruf-e-leen. So these are a few topics which I'll be covering today in chapter 1. So what do you think tajweed is? How would we define the word tajweed? So essentially tajweed means to gather things and to make them better or improve them. A set of guidelines are put into place when reciting the Quran. So this is what we call tajweed. And the sound of harakat, these are short vowels that mark the Arabic letters, and there are 3 main examples, which are fatha, dhamma and kasra. So these are 3 main sounds of harakat. Now moving on to huruf-e-madda. Bearing in mind we'll be going into more detail with these subtopics which will be found in our books. So once you read these books, you can go into more detail and you'll find out more about these. So huruf-e-madda, there are 3 letters, alif, waw and ya. So there are 2 leen letters, waw leen and ya leen. If a fatha appears before the waw sakin, it becomes waw leen and it's pronounced like the o in no. But if a fatha appears before the ya sakin, it becomes ya leen and it's pronounced like the ai in straight, but it's read a lot more flatter. So this is how we would pronounce ya leen and waw leen. Now moving on to gunna. It's a sound that resonates with the nasal cavity, and the duration of the gunna is the length it takes to pronounce 2 letters. So the gunna is the length it takes to pronounce 2 letters, and that's how long we would stretch. So the next topic we'll be moving on to is qalqala, and that's an echo. And the meaning of qalqala is movement, and there should be movement at the makharij. So there are 5 qalqala letters that are mentioned: dal, jim, ba, ta and qaf. I would also like to mention tafkhim letters. So I'm just going to give a brief overview of the tafkhim letters. There are 7 that are mentioned, and they're always heavy in the Arabic alphabet. So examples of the tafkhim letters are ta, dad, sad, za, qaf, ghain and kha. So these are the 7 letters that are the tafkhim letters that are mentioned in the Arabic alphabet. I would now like to move on to chapter 2. But before I start, further detail can be found in these books, and these books can be found on Minhaj books online. But I will be briefly going over the subtopics that I mentioned. So the chapter 2 will be mentioning selected Ahadith Nabawi. So the following chapters include Islam, Deen of Mercy, Love for the Messenger, Rights and Adab, Ibadat, which is worship, Zuhud and Taqwa, which is pious devotions. And so, as I have previously mentioned, more details can be found in this book, which can be purchased and downloaded online. And once you read this book, you'll be able to understand in more detail regarding these topics. So inshallah, I hope we are able to develop our understanding better together, and we are able to read more books and gain more information on Islam.